Hello, welcome. In this quick tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys a nice technique to get Excel data into your websites into nice, clean, dynamic HTML tables, and you don't even need to type a line of code, and it just takes like 2 minutes. So let's get into it. For the purpose of this tutorial, I've got a really simple HTML page, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this Excel data and I'm going to plonk it inside this container in a nice HTML table. So what you're going to want to do is head over to htmltablemaker.com and create an account, log in. I'm already logged in here. And then before you upload your table, you're going to want to make sure that it's in the correct format. So what that means is it starts in the A1 cell. Your top row is your column header names, and then underneath is all of your table data. If there's anything else in the spreadsheet, what you can do is you can copy the whole table and paste it in the A1 cell of a new spreadsheet, and then it will be ready for import. So now the table's ready, click upload, select your table. If the sheet's not the first sheet in the file, you're going to want to specify a sheet name and then click create. And that was pretty quick. What it's done now is imported the table and analyzed all of the columns. You can see this table I'm using as an example has 16 columns, which is quite a lot. And in this page, what you kind of need to do is select all of the functionality and features you want. For example, you might not want a filter. I'm going to keep everything switched on for the purpose of this tutorial. Once you've selected all the settings you want, you're going to click create, and this is going to take you to the table editor. So you can see now we've got a functional table here that is already ready to be plonked in a website. Actually, all you have to do is give it a name. Going to click save and then click get code, copy, and then you can plonk it into your container in your website that where you need it. So I'm just going to save that and update, and there's the table. However, this isn't quite how I want it to look. So I'm going to go back over to the table editor and I'm going to turn the type from regular to dynamic. What this does is it allows me to make some of the columns always on the left. Because when you've got lots of columns, the table needs to be horizontally scrollable, but I want country, year and rank to always be on the left. So I'm going to go to the column editor and I'm going to set these columns now to static so they always appear on the left. I'm going to make country a little bit wider and these ones a little bit less wide just so they fit a bit nicer. And then some of these other columns I'm just going to make also a little bit wider just so they don't overflow. And now we've just got one neat line at the top for the heading, and you can see that the table's got a nice horizontal scroll here for all of the statistics, but the important sort of key data on the left isn't scrollable, which is what I wanted. I'm going to change the background color maybe to a nice sort of group, maybe more of a purpley color. Yeah, I'll go with a purple. And now I'm going to click save. And if we go back to the website and refresh, there's the table, nice and easy. It's got a filter, so I can build you can build complex queries. Like I can say, give me all countries with an inequality index greater than 9. And oof, not looking good for these countries. And you can build multiple filters to kind of look through lots of data. Like we can order as well. So let's see who's got the worst refugee index, which looks to be South Sudan and Ukraine. And you can see it's paged, so you can scroll through the different pages as well. So that's the tutorial. A very simple, easy method to get data from your Excel files into your blogs, websites, whatever. It just takes like 2 minutes, it's free, and it's really easy. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Thank you very much.